plunge. He trekked through the fog and gloom of the San Francisco winter, making his way up Market Street to Twitter's looming Art Deco headquarters. Just after 10 a.m., he set up camp at a bank of desks outside Carreyrou, a conference room with sweeping views of downtown and the gleaming dome of City Hall. Its glass walls allowed people passing by to gaze in at executives as though they were lions at the zoo. Musk was the main attraction, and the workers waiting outside to meet with him whispered quietly about what they hoped to tell their new boss. As the data scientist clacked away on his laptop, working on a pair of memos he planned to share with Musk, he eavesdropped. Some employees murmured concerns about how few people had signed up for Twitter's new subscription product. Others were trading tips on how to best communicate with their new leader. Behnam Rezaei, a warm man who wore round tortoiseshell glasses and had led engineering teams at Twitter for more than 5 years, approached the data scientist to offer advice. Rezaei had climbed the ladder into Musk's good graces, avoiding the firings that took out his fellow managers and rising to a vice president role. Rezaei thought highly of the data scientist and had cashed in some of his newfound political capital to get him FaceTime with Musk. "Elon only wants to hear positive things," Rezaei instructed him. "Don't tell him about what we can't do or try to justify the status quo. Elon just wants to do what benefits humanity." Rezaei wasn't aware, however, that the data scientist had already decided to quit. When he saw Musk's email early Friday morning, he delayed his departure by 1 day so that he could speak directly to the new owner. He still believed in Twitter and the power of large social networks, and he hoped Musk would listen. Maybe Musk's cohort of yes-men, who had arrived at the company following his takeover, hadn't dared to tell him how badly he was screwing up. As he waited, the data scientist finalized 2 documents he had prepared for his encounter. The first was a list of ideas for running Twitter more effectively. The second, a bolder statement, outlined why Musk's plans to earn significant revenue from subscriptions and alter content moderation policies wouldn't work, and how his paranoia and instability were damaging the company. As the hours ticked by, he scrounged for whatever snacks remained in one of the nearby kitchens. His heart beat heavily as he rehearsed in his head what he would say to Musk. Finally, just after 2 p.m., Musk's assistant approached him. Musk was busy, she said. He would have only 5 minutes. The data scientist strode into the conference room. Musk sat on one side of a large oak table, his sagging 6'2" frame scrunched into a Herman Miller office chair. The data scientist quickly introduced himself before launching into his presentation. Musk listened intently as he explained his ideas for growth, verification of users, and motivating employees. He then sketched out a vision for content moderation that placed decision-making power in the hands of an organization outside of its owner's direct control. Newspapers and magazines have editorial independence, meaning owners don't get to make final judgments about what stays and what goes, the data scientist explained. Social media companies should have the same structure. Musk wasn't impressed. "Or not," he muttered. Musk's assistant peeked back into the room and said he had another meeting. "Do you have any final thoughts?" she asked. "Yes, I want to say one thing," the data scientist said. He took a deep breath and turned to Musk. "I'm resigning today. I was feeling excited about the takeover, but I was really disappointed by your Paul Pelosi tweet. It's really such obvious partisan misinformation, and it makes me worry about you and what kind of friends you're getting information from. It's only really like the 10th percentile of the adult population who'd be gullible enough to fall for this." The color drained from Musk's already pale face. He leaned forward in his chair. No one spoke to him like this, and no one, least of all someone who worked for him, would dare to question his intellect or his tweets. His darting eyes focused for a second directly on the data scientist. "Fuck you," Musk growled. The data scientist grew bolder. He was not prone to conflict or insults, but Musk's reaction reinforced his belief that the billionaire was nowhere near fit to run a company crucial to the world's online discourse. He remained collected, but uttered something he had not planned to say. "I hope you'll declare bankruptcy and let someone else run the company." "Well, resignation accepted," Musk snapped.